Hello, ladies. It's Renee, host of the Welcome to Your Life podcast. Have you thought of recording your own podcast, but the thought of learning new technology was too frightening? I know exactly how you feel. That's how I felt until I found Anchor. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Anchor gives you everything you need in one place, and it's free. You can record from your phone or your computer, and the creation tools allow you to record and edit your podcast so it sounds great. They'll even distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere on places like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many, many more. You can easily make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Trust me, you will not regret it. You are listening to the award-winning Welcome to Your Life Midlife Made Easier podcast. I am your host, certified health and empowerment coach, Renee Reed. On this show, I help midlife women increase their self-confidence, self-care, and self-love without guilt. Because when you don't take care of yourself, the world suffers. Are you ready to live the life you deserve? On today's show, we're talking about why you need to stop accepting your weight gain and fight back. Let's get started. Hello, ladies, and welcome back to the show. So today we're talking about why we as midlife women need to stop accepting our weight gain and start to fight back. So on today's show, I'm going to share with you 2 tried and true methods of fighting back the battle of the bulge. You know, midlife can be an exciting time, but it can also bring about some changes to our bodies that can be hard to accept. And one of those, I hate to say, is gaining weight. But the problem is not the weight gain. The problem happens when we begin to accept that this is the way things have to be. I mean, that's the mindset that I had when I gained over 50 pounds in a matter of months. I went out and bought everything new, all the way down to my undies, and just accepted that I would be in this larger size, and that's the way things had to be. But even though gaining weight is, almost a given when you get older, it's not something that you have to accept. As we go through menopause, we lose muscle, we have hormonal changes, and both of those things can decrease the amount of energy that we put out. So if we continue to eat the same things and exercise the same amount as we did in our 30s, then we could potentially gain weight. And a lot of women don't want to hear this, but it's simple biology. So to combat the weight gain, we need to do 2 things. Are you ready? We need to exercise and watch what we eat. That's it. The American Heart Association and the CDC suggest that we get at least 150 minutes of moderate exercise, and that this 150 minutes of exercise can help us to lose weight, build muscle, and increase heart health. If working out 30 minutes 5 times a week makes you cringe, then consider breaking up the 30 minutes into 2 15-minute sessions. You just want to make sure that you're getting it in. The second thing is we have to tackle what we eat. And this was very hard for me. I had 5 babies. 3 of them are 2 years apart. And I ate whatever I wanted. During my pregnancies, I think I had my last baby when I was 34. Ate whatever I want, had my babies, and once I had my doctor's okay, I was back on the trail running, and the weight literally fell off. All of that changed when menopause hit. So like most of you, I hit menopause, and suddenly my belly and knee fat exploded. Does that sound familiar to anyone? I went from a size 10 to a size 18 in a matter of months. And this is not unusual for someone who is going through menopause because of the hormonal changes that we go through. And also because I was eating like a 30-year-old and not like a 50-year-old. So I researched this topic because I research all of my topics because, as you know, I'm a researcher and I like data. But there was a study published in the American Journal of Health Promotion, and they followed 200 middle-aged women for 3 years, tracking eating patterns, overall health, and lifestyle. The researchers found that women who did not change their eating habits as they aged were 138% more likely to put on about 6 pounds or more during midlife. So we have to change the way we eat, and we have to exercise, and we have to stop accepting that as we get older, we're going to gain weight and things are going to droop, and this is just the way things are, and we have to accept it. You don't have to accept that any more than you have to accept gray hair. If you want to have gray hair, that's awesome. If you want to keep the brown hair you had when you were in your 20s, you can do that too. So you want to make sure that you are taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, watching what you eat. And if you have trouble with that, I invite you to keep a journal just for a week. Because sometimes we think we're eating healthy and we're not. I thought as a vegetarian and then as a vegan that I was eating healthy. But when I kept my food journal, I went to a nutritionist and she asked me to keep my food journal, not to change what I was eating, but to write down for 7 days every morsel of food and drink that went into my mouth. And I was astonished. I, in a week, had about 4 Mountain Dews and maybe 6 or 7 iced coffees, 3 cream, 3 sugars, medium size. Thank you very much. Not to mention the caramel latte that I treated myself to on a Sunday, and the French fries I grabbed in between my client visits. So I invite you to do the same experiment just for the next 7 days. Write down everything you eat and drink and just see what you're eating, because paper and pen don't lie. It is estimated that in the U.S., 60% of American women are overweight, and 1/3 of these women are considered obese. Now, I have my issues with that whole weight and obese and morbidly obese, but we know that when we are carrying more weight than our body wants to carry, we can feel it in our joints, in the way we move, in the way our clothing fits, in the way we feel just walking up the steps in our homes or in our offices. Even without being weighed, you can tell if you really tune in to your body how it feels at your current weight. So I want you to remember this. Yes, our bodies change as we get older, but we do not have to become complacent and accept those changes. We can fight back with good nutrition and exercise. And remember this, you are worth it. So, which one do you think would be easier for you to start today? Exercising for 30 minutes or eating healthier meals? Let us know in the comments which one you choose. And if you do choose to use the 7-day meal plan tracker, you don't need anything fancy. You can get a notebook for 99 cents and just write it down, the date and everything you eat for that day, and that's it. That's all you have to do. And then just making simple changes, nothing drastic. I'm not telling you to go on the cayenne pepper cleanse, but just making simple changes in your life and in your lifestyle will help you to lose the weight. Getting rid of the sugar, drinking more water, getting a better night's sleep, exercising 30 minutes a day, planning your meals in advance so you know exactly what it is you are eating and you're not panicked when you're out in public or at a restaurant or you're at the office and they bring in donuts on your first day of your healthy eating plan, because you've planned what it is that you're going to eat. And my last tip, if you really, really, really want to make these changes and transform your life, then don't do it alone. Get a coach. I got a coach. I have a coach now who is working with me because I want to really sculpt my body over the next couple of months. So she is working with me to do that. And I work with clients each and every day to help them make these simple lifestyle changes, to begin eating mindfully, and to just begin loving their bodies just the way they are. So, health is not skinny. Health is loving your body the way it is and treating it with kindness and respect. So, that's all I have for you guys today. I will see you next, or talk to you next Tuesday. And remember, you are stronger than you give yourself credit and more blessed than you know. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye for now. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed today's show. Be sure to click the link in the show notes and download Beating the Midlife Slump 10 strategies to boost your self-confidence, self-love, and self-care. In this guide, I share 10 simple to implement strategies that will take you from frumpy to fabulous, from invisible to invincible. I promise you will feel fantastic without starting another crazy diet. Midlife is your time to shine. Click the link in the show notes and download your copy today.